You're welcome back, and if you're just joining us, the program is still Good Morning Abuja, coming to you from the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And in the studio with me is the CEO of Comsap Technology Limited, Camera Zone Academy, in the person of Ugochukwu Akogasi. You're welcome to the studio, sir.
Welcome, thank you, and for having me.
It's good to have you here. Well, we'll be looking at equipping the youth with digital enterprise via, productive enterprise via digital skills. So can you tell us what digital productive skills is all about?
Thank you very much. I appreciate your question. First of all, we are talking of digital. In the 17th century, you have Industrial Revolution. Okay. The Industrial Revolution gave birth to what? A lot of equipment being manufactured. And we have a lot of revolution all over the world for industrialization. Okay. Now we are in the digital era, and there is a digital revolution. And that digital revolution gave birth to internet. Okay. And now we have the internet. And we are talking of what do you put on the internet? Which means content. And when you talk of content, you start from photography. And when you mention photography, you are talking of cameras, because camera is the fundamental equipment. So the content is the king. Okay. First of all, I would like to appreciate. There are so many people to appreciate in technology, which I have to take time quickly to appreciate them, because that is the inspiration. Most of them, first of all, photography was bettered in 1839 by Neil Pence. Okay. He was the father of the modern photography. But there was a revolution that came in 1975, and they called the name of him is Steven Sisson. Steven Sisson was the first person that designed the first digital camera. Okay. But it wasn't really fully digital because it was recording on cassette. But you can see how the whole thing is moving. From 1975, you get to the point where we are now talking of how to put those things in place. But the challenge was the storage. And in 1987, the Muzukaya, that is a Japanese inventor, produced the memory card. And with the production of a memory card, which means photography became digitalized, and the chemistry of photography died. So at the end of the day, now we are mentioning digital photography because we are able to store and be able to transmit. Because if it had been on cellulose, it should have been difficult. So at the end of the day, digital technology gave birth to digital photography, and the memory card came in place. And that was in 1988. That was when the memory card came. And then the Steven Sisson's photo camera, digital camera, was now integrated, and the photography became totally digital. And that is where we are now. The memory card, the photography, the camera we have. And precisely, and you can see the convergence of technology. In 1988 also, the John and Thomas brothers discovered the Photoshop. And the Photoshop was sold to Adobe in 1990 when we have the Photoshop 1. Can you see the integration? So we have two diverse things working together, the internet and the photography, and in quote, digital photography.
Wow, interesting.
So this is just a biography, how photography migrated to where it is. Because I personally want to mention their name because I draw my inspiration from them.
Okay, and I see you have an academy.
Yes, I have an academy.
Okay, how long is your academy?
My academy was battered last year. Okay. But it took me a year to construct it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how early can one be exposed to photography?
How early? As one thing about photographic exposure is very simple, because photography is a very emotional business. So as from 8, 9, you now have to inculcate that, make them be able to know what photography is all about. By the time they get to 12, 13, 14, you are now integrating them into the main core of photography. That is why photography have now been introduced in secondary schools. If you can have a if you can have a studio, you can write photography in NECO and WAEC, because that is the best subject now in the planet.
Okay. Mr. Ogochukwu, I see you have a, what do you call this?
No, this is a hover drone.
Okay.
This is where the technology is going.
Okay.
Because before, you know, when you want to area survey, you start looking for craft, you start looking for UAV. But since the drone technology came out, the drone technology made it possible for us to have an area view of every equipment, of everything.
It gets to, how high can it get?
This can get to up to 50 to 100 meters. This is just an amateur device because the professional ones can get up to 400 meters altitude, and most of them can fly for 35 minutes. And that is where technology of area photography is going. The drone technology is a simple technology.
So how do you control it?
Can you see it on?
Okay.
And you see it moving. Can you see it going?
Oh, wow.
Can you see the way it's going? Yes, I pair it with my phone and it can record 1080. It's a simple technology. What happens is this: if you get two fans together, 4 of them, put electricity on it, stand in between, you take it off on condition that you alter the current and the voltage and put it in axial direction. That's why it's going. You can see the blade.
Oh, interesting. I like this.
No, it's good. It's good when you are going for a picnic or going for a mountain climbing. Just put it by your side. You can be able to capture images you cannot capture with your phone. You can capture with it because you have the area view, and it makes life very interesting for the
Wow, this is interesting, and I know we can go on and on and on because you have so much information to pass to everyone. But because of time, I'll have to let you go, and then we can bring you another time.
Thank you very much. But I want to make you understand that this is the era for us to go forward. And the only way going forward is to bring people that are passionate in what they are doing. And the passion comes from digital photography and digital content. The most important thing is content. So we encourage youths to learn so that they can not only be motivated but inspired. And they can go forward.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ogochukwu. We really appreciate you being here. And I hope everybody will go digital.
No, you have to. Definitely, it's a must for everybody to be digital.
Well, I've been speaking to the CEO of Conserve Technologies Limited, Camera Zone Academy, in person of Mr. Ogochukwu Okagasi, and he has been showing us how you can go digital photography. You'll learn a lot. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back.